Good evening, everyone. If you are seeing this, let me know that you are here. I think I'm live. Okay, now I should be live. So I am so happy to hop on with everybody and talk a little bit about breaking unhealthy patterns because when I asked people across all groups, what is the number one issue that you face or the number one obstacle you face in your relationships, the most common answer was breaking unhealthy patterns in relationships. And so the first thing I want to say about this is it's okay. It's not your fault. It's normal. Don't blame yourself. I think, having unhealthy patterns and recognizing them is part of the growth process. And these things don't come from nowhere. They come from an event. They come from somewhere we learned these unhealthy patterns, either from someone we've actually dated, or from a friend, or from just observing, or from a parent, or anything of that sort, and also from more deeply rooted our past life experiences, which is where I come in as a past life ancestral karma healer. So I just want to talk a little bit about firstly the how we change these, and also a real life example of one and how the healing of that process can take place. So good evening, good evening, good evening. If you're here and watching me live, let me know that you are here. So firstly, the how. So firstly, we identify, we clear, we bring light in. But where a lot of people really miss things is they tend, like, maybe they get, like, think about it this way. If you're just getting the surface of an issue, you might effectively change it for a period, but you might be less likely to change it permanently. And so with past life healing, we're looking for a permanent change or permanent healing of something, and something where truly you see a pattern never happen again. And if you have something like past life karma, if there's a pattern that you find yourself repeating over and over with different people, and this can be with jobs, this can be with money, this can be with career, and this can definitely be with our relationships and how we react to others. So that's the first thing, is how do you identify? You think about how you show up, you think about how you react, and what you are attracted to in your partnerships, in your friendships, in your work relationships. It's not just romantic. So if we react a certain way, if we get triggered by something very specific, or if we find that we gravitate towards someone who is, not welcoming, or someone that kind of pushes us away, or someone who has a rejecting pattern, for example, where does that pattern come from? Because that's super important that we find that out. So the how with karma clearing. Firstly, which brings me to what is karma clearing, since I know many of you are new to me and new to possibly working with me. So karma clearing is clearing the repeat patterns that you subconsciously attract into life, that you subconsciously manifest into being due to past life experiences and repeat life lessons and karmic contracts. So if you can think of something that you just feel like you can't get over a certain hurdle, or something like, okay, for example, always falling within partnerships where the person is emotionally unavailable. That is a type of pattern. If you end up with constant partners who are emotionally unavailable, that is a pattern and something that can be cleared through past life karma. So that's the first thing, is what is it? It's these patterns that we have within, these imprints that we have within our energy that you can't see, but you can kind of feel them, or at least you can recognize them again if you look at how you show up, what you react to, and what you are attracted to. So we all manifest on a daily basis. This is probably not new to many, that our thoughts create what we bring into being, right? Our conscious and our subconscious thoughts create our world. And so, as I said, many will work on clearing just the subconscious, but where I come in is actually clearing where that started, which is, in my view, from a past life, from lineage karma, from ancestors, from your mother, from your mother's mother, etc., etc., etc. So the root of where these things begin, that is where true change can take place. So here's an example of an unhealthy relationship pattern. Primary hunger, like a great deep desire to earn the love of the rejecting male, or the hunger to be chosen. So what does this mean? This means that it's someone who, if there's someone that shuts them down, they want them more. That chase makes them want them even more. Instead of someone who would be, hey, I'm ready to receive you, I'm giving, I'm loving, I'm open, I'm available as a partner. So again, it's primary hunger to earn, which is very, very specific versus to earn the love of the rejecting male or female, and the hunger to be chosen. So maybe you're hearing this and you're going, that doesn't sound like me. Or if it does sound like you, you're going, oh gosh. So whatever it may be, that's just one single unhealthy pattern or unhealthy thing that we can have within our aura, or karma within our aura. So how we clear that would be going, okay, we can clear it as that, but also where does it really originate? It probably originates from some time that the soul was abandoned in a past life or rejected. And that could be as a child, a wife, a husband, a lover. It can be in any form for sure. So it's extremely, extremely powerful work. It's work that has completely changed my life and the way I feel in myself, as well as all of my clients' lives. So I am determined to share this with the world because it is crazy, crazy powerful. So again, this is not just one layer deep. This is the root of where things begin. So if you think of your entire life and all your present memories, and you can think, okay, maybe I've dealt with this, or I've thought about this, or maybe you haven't, but why does it keep happening? Why does it keep occurring in your life? Why do you keep attracting a certain kind of unhealthy work relationship or unhealthy friendship? Someone that's maybe not quite there for you enough, when maybe you end up staying in those partnerships, or someone that really quite pushes your boundaries, or the kind of partnership where you feel unheard. That's a big one, unheard or unseen. So basically the point here is we can change these unhealthy patterns by going to where they really start. And if we're open to the idea of past lives, healing in that way and going all the way back to what was the life that started this pattern, and lifting that out of the aura and allowing that life to have peace, and then true healing comes. And it is just crazy what has happened in sessions with clients that I've seen. For example, like the other day, I had someone whose past life actually spoke to me. She spoke to me and said, forgive me, I have done this wrong. I feel such shame about this. And so when this past life was given this peace and truly crossed over into light and given light, I asked the client, are you still feeling shame around the subject, because that shame was really affecting her business? And she said no. So that's why this stuff is so crazy, crazy powerful, because it gets it and gets it permanently so that you never have to deal with these patterns ever again, which is a very good thing. So 2020, the year of exposing that which needed to be exposed, right? The year of sitting with ourselves, and the year of having very deep healing, whether we wanted it or not, and really just having time with ourselves to reflect on who we are and what we want and what we need and what's most important to us. So we can go into 2021 and have a completely transformational year if we are ready, and if we really truly take these things head on and decide to clear them. So know that these things are possible. Know that you never ever have to place blame on yourself for any unhealthy patterns that you've ever had with relationships. Again, it's part of the process, is also going, is this good for me? Is this not good for me? That might be even step one. So if this speaks to you, I would definitely invite you to check out Room for Love, which is a program I've started on the mission to end these unhealthy patterns for good, and to basically help us to best love ourselves and feel good within ourselves, both single and in relationships, so that we can make room and space for healthy partnerships. And it's not just love partnerships. This includes, again, just by ourselves being single, our work partnerships, our friendships, including sisterhood, and our relationships, and attracting people that are better for us, and making sure that we are in a place where we will Be open to receiving them, and open to receiving the good, and open to receiving actual healthy love versus something that might be more of a chaotic pattern of the past, which again is possible to clear through past life healing. So super, super important. And if you're just jumping on, definitely rewatch this because there's a lot of helpful information here about unhealthy patterns. How to recognize them again is how we show up, how we react to certain situations and people, and what we are attracted to. That is what absolutely exposes the patterns that we have. And so it's just, I invite anyone that watches this, whether here or in replay, if you see this in replay, just put hashtag replay, or please feel free to ask questions. I love to help. To just take some time and maybe take a piece of paper and just sit and breathe and just be with yourself and go, okay, what patterns have I picked up in my relationships? What patterns have I picked up alone that might not be so good for me that I'd like to really shift by the time I really get into 2021? What are you ready to kick out of your life? And what are you ready to bring into your life? And know that it's 1000% possible to do that with the right healing practice. And it's 1000% possible with karma clearing. And also, of course, if you want to read more about client experiences with this, definitely check out, 1111. Definitely check out my testimonials that I have, because there's nothing better than reading past client stories. I can explain it all day, but reading what someone else has gone through is definitely even better. So last but not least, Room for Love is 4 group karma clearing classes and a workbook to help you through, a sound medicine file that you'll listen to on the daily to help the inner child that's sung by me through sound medicine, which is a unique healing method in itself. Basically sound healing, but channeled and targeted to exactly what you need in the exact frequency and lifting it out. And a one-on-one karma clearing session with me, which in itself is worth its weight in gold for how much we can shift. So if you take this course, what I can tell you is you will not do relationships ever the same. You will break these old unhealthy patterns. You'll be better able to attract the right kind of partner, and you'll be truly ready for healthy love. And so that's my goal for everybody. So that's all I have to say for tonight. I hope that was helpful on unhealthy patterns. And if you have any questions, just type them and I will answer. All right. Lots of love.